Hi, I'm glad to see you again today. In this episode, I'm going to rank all the Marvel Cinematic Universe from Phase 3. So like in the other episodes, I watched or rewatched all Marvel movies from Phase 3, and in this episode we're going to rank them from least favorite to best. And like I said in the other two episodes from Phase 1 and 2, in my personal opinion, there are no bad Marvel movies, not even mediocre or only good Marvel movies. In my opinion, they are all great or even amazing. So it's kind of hard to rank them, but I still go by preference, which I slightly like more than the other. And yeah, let's dive into it and start. Here we go. With my least favorite Marvel movie of Phase 3, it's Spider-Man Far From Home from 2019. I give this a 9 out of 10. This is the only Marvel movie I watched for the first time because I haven't watched it before. I thought it was great. I just watched it 2 days ago. I had a good time watching it. I don't think it's better than the first one. I like the first one way better, but I still thought it was a good movie. What I didn't like was kind of the twist they had with Mysterio. That was something I thought could have been done better. And also there were some, quite awkward moments or weird moments here and there. But also it had some amazing moments. So I really enjoyed Spider-Man Far From Home, especially the ending. It had some cool things going on there. And yeah, Spider-Man is one of my favorite superheroes of all time. And I think it was a good one. It wasn't as good as the first one, but I still had a great time. And yeah, I can't wait for Spider-Man No Way Home. It's the third movie with Tom Holland in the role of Spider-Man, which I absolutely adore. So yeah, here we go. Next is Black Panther from 2018, which I also give a 9 out of 10. And again, they're almost equally good. We are now in the 9 out of 10 category, and it just gets better and better. I love Black Panther. The best thing for me about this movie is the soundtrack. It was amazing. All the African rhythms and drums and sounds, and it was really epic and uplifting and also a bit mysterious. I loved it. I loved Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. He did a great job. All the supporting cast did an amazing job. You also have Andy Serkis in there, Martin Freeman, such a great cast, so many new faces that I haven't seen before. They all did amazing. And I think the first half of Black Panther for me was a 10 out of 10. I loved this movie. But as soon as the villain in the movie, Killmonger, entered Wakanda, I think the movie kind of got a little bit weaker. And I didn't enjoy it as much as the beginning or the first half. I loved his origin story, but I think the more the movie progressed, the less I liked him. And I wish they would have gotten for more like not an internal threat or villain, but something from the outside. That would have been cooler. And also I would have wished to see more of the streets of Wakanda, maybe a fight there or car chase or whatever. And if an internal threat, then something like, for instance, maybe Andy Serkis. They could have easily took him as the villain, and yeah, he needs to get his hands on more of this metal because Ultron used everything and now he has to go to Wakanda and kind of like a spy movie has to steal this stuff, something like that. But again, it was a great movie. At the ending, the fight between Killmonger and Black Panther was the CGI didn't look so good. The body physics looked really weird and off, and I didn't like that, the end fight. And also the ending was okay, I think. But again, the first half of the movie is awesome, and I can't wait for Black Panther 2, which is called Black Panther Wakanda Forever, I think. And because I love the characters in there, it had some cool moments, some hilarious moments. Again, a great soundtrack. The story was good, wasn't like outstanding, but yeah, that's Black Panther. Next up is Ant-Man and the Wasp from 2018, which I also give a 9 out of 10. And I have to be honest, I love Ant-Man. That's the reason why I put him a bit more up there. The first one was amazing. I loved it. The second one isn't as good as the first one in my opinion, but I love that we have back Michael Douglas in the role of Hank Pym. We have the introduction of the Wasp, which is awesome. And the villain was pretty cool, I have to say. Ghost. She looked amazing. I love the costume. It's one of the best superhero villain costumes in movie history, I would say. It looked so awesome. What I kind of didn't like so much was the story of her. I wish they would have kept her a bit more mysterious throughout the whole movie, and at the end we reveal her face and her cause and all that stuff. Because really fast, almost at the beginning of the movie, you get to see her face, you get to know her story, and it's not bad. We have Lawrence Fishburne in that movie as well, he's connected to her and to her character, and that was awesome to see. But again, I wish they would have kept goes a bit more mysterious throughout the movie. And then there were some subplots which kind of didn't fit in that movie. They could have taken them out and shortened the movie a little bit and focus maybe more on the Ghost character. But other than that, it had the amazing humor of Ant-Man 1, and it was just awesome. I love Paul Rudd. He's great in this movie. And yeah, that's the spot here. Next is Captain America Civil War from 2016. I give this a 9 out of 10. And like I said in the earlier Marvel ranking episodes that we have, I think the Captain America movies are getting better and better with each sequel. This one is the best. I think the plot is a bit convoluted. I watched this movie twice or 3 times now, and every time I was kind of a bit overwhelmed by all that stuff that is going on. But now, after watching this movie a couple of times, I kind of got behind the story, and I really, really loved the ending. That was amazing. I like the characters. I like that they introduce a new character here in this movie, which is the highlight of the movie. I don't spoil it. It was so amazing. And I love that we see a bit more of Tony Stark and Captain America. They're clashing together, which they kind of built up in the earlier movies. And this is kind of the peak of that. Civil War is a great movie. I love of course, the airport scene where the Avengers kind of fight against each other. That was awesome as well. But I think Daniel Brühl, in his role as the villain, he did an amazing job. The story around him is great. And at the end, it kind of includes Black Panther a little bit as well. And at the end you have it's such a great ending, and I really like that. And I like that you have this espionage action movie feel about this movie. So I really liked Civil War, great movie. The introduction of a new character was my highlight. And I don't spoil it who it is, but yeah, that was amazing. Great movie. Next up is Captain Marvel from 2019. I give this a 9 out of 10. And this is this was my 9 out of 10 category now, these 4 movies. And this is the best 9 out of 10. We have a focus on Nick Fury a little bit more, which I always like. New awesome villains and superheroes, and I don't want to give away too much. The best thing I loved about Captain Marvel was that they went back to the 90s, so the whole movie plays in the 90s. And the atmosphere they caught on camera there, it really felt like a 90s movie. I got some Lethal Weapon 3 vibes, I got some 90s vibes in general. They did such a great job with the costumes and the sets and the cars and everything. That was amazing. And so much cool moments, like crashing into a Blockbuster rental store and shooting the True Lies Arnold Schwarzenegger advertisement or whatever you call it. That was amazing. And this movie is full of these moments. It's just a great ride from beginning to end. And the introduction of Captain Marvel was amazing. She's an amazing superhero. I really love her, and I can't wait to see more of her. Next up is Thor Ragnarok from 2017, and this is my first 9.5 out of 10 movie. I love the colors in this movie. I love that we have more of the Hulk and Bruce Banner in there. We have lots of Thor moments, and we have Jeff Goldblum in here, and we have so many cool new characters, cool new worlds. It's more like a space movie than an Earthbound movie, so it takes us to other planets, and this is always cool. This is so far the best Thor movie in my opinion. Maybe, I'm not quite sure. I really love Thor 2 as well. It's a great movie, Thor the Dark World. But yeah, Thor Ragnarok was amazing. We saw more of Heimdall, which is played by Idris Elba, and that was cool as well. We got, again, I don't want to spoil anything, but we have the character of Cate Blanchett, and she did an amazing job in this movie. She's just kicking serious butt, and that's really, really awesome. And yeah, the whole story, where the movie goes, where it takes us, that what we see in the movie. Again, so the colors in the movie are so vibrant and awesome and in your face. I love that they take so many risks with this movie, and it's so funny and out there, and that's what I really like. Next up is Doctor Strange from 2016, and now the last 5 movies are, in my opinion, almost all equally good. But Doctor Strange is amazing, 9.5 out of 10. It's such a trip, it's such a voyage through alternate realities and consciousness and all that awesome stuff. Benedict Cumberbatch is amazing. We have Tilda Swinton, she's amazing. We have other support characters, really awesome. We have this bad guy who played also the villain in Casino Royale, and he's great in here as well. The introduction of an Infinity Stone, and again, breaking realities. The CGI in here is amazing. The story of Doctor Stephen Strange is such a well-told story. I really liked the way they told the story about his character, the origin of him, and everything made sense. And the only thing I didn't like so much was the music. It wasn't bad, it was really good. It goes into this classic Baroque kind of style, which I don't like so much, but I guess it fits. But yeah, other than that, the movie is amazing. Next up is Spider-Man Homecoming, the first Spider-Man, 9.5 out of 10. This movie was from 2017 and I loved it. We have Michael Keaton as the villain, Vulture. And we wanted to have Vulture in a Spider-Man movie for so long, and they gave us Vulture, and that was, I think, the best villain so far in all the Spider-Man movies, in my opinion. I loved Michael Keaton as a villain. He was amazing. Tom Holland as Spider-Man. And again, a great supporting cast. The humor is off the chart. The story is like more of a small story. And it's not like a typical origin story. We kind of just have Spider-Man and we just take off into his first adventures, so it's not an origin story, but it's a smaller story, but I like it. And what I love, my favorite scene is the dad talk scene between Tom Holland, Spider-Man, and Michael Keaton, Vulture, in the car before he's going to the homecoming event, like this ball. And that was an amazing scene. And yeah, so far it's my favorite Spider-Man movie of all Spider-Man movies and the best Spider-Man movie in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. On place 3, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 from 2017. It's another 9.5 out of 10. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Both movies are equally good, I would say. Both movies are under my favorite Marvel movies. Again, they're taking risks. The storytelling is really fresh. It's so interesting from beginning to end. Hilarious and funny moments. Bautista, he's amazing. The same goes for all the other characters in the movie. Just amazing work. And we have Teenage Groot, which is hilarious. We have Arnold Schwarzenegger's son-in-law, Chris Pratt, as Star-Lord. He's hilarious, he's amazing. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's just a breathtaking, amazing movie. We have Kurt Russell here, which is just out of this world. So cool. Go watch this movie. I love, again, the vibrant colors and the storytelling. And the music is just, I don't know, a 10 out of 10. It's amazing. Go watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's on place 3 now. And place 2 and 1 are kind of, for me, both one movie, and I kind of think they share the same spot. But I go for Avengers Infinity War from 2018. I give this a 10 out of 10. So this is our first 10 out of 10 Marvel movie here. And this movie is awesome. It's just amazing. They had this whole build up over 10 years. Almost 20 movies up until that point. And the conclusion is amazing. I compared this movie to The Empire Strikes Back. It's the perfect Marvel Avengers movie with a twist. And at the end, you're just sitting there and you are like, oh my gosh, I want to see how this finishes, how this ends. And on place 1 we have Avengers Endgame from 2019. It's also a 10 out of 10. Again, for me, both these movies, it's kind of one big movie, one epic movie that they split up into 2 parts. I love these movies. I think words won't justify how much I like this movie. It's just, again, the perfect conclusion of the 20 Marvel movies that they have. All the characters that they introduced, all the story arcs that leading up to this moment. Endgame is a really emotional movie for me, and I really loved it. Every time I watch it, I don't know, it's a tearjerker, and it's such a well-written story, and this really shows that superhero movies are not just people in colorful costumes running around the screen. It's great storytelling, it takes us to other worlds, it has all these thought experiments, love stories, action, horror. It has drama. It is tragedy. It is everything. So I think they did a great job. This was the perfect ending for Phase 3. And this concludes the Thanos saga, these 3 phases. We ranked all the movies now. In the next Marvel episode, I will give you my top 10 Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. And I could stand here and talk for hours now about Infinity War and Endgame. I love them so much. So many awesome scenes from beginning to end. There's nothing that bothers me. The music is amazing. The actors are great. The story is awesome. What can I say more? So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I see you in the next episode. Take care. Bye bye.